What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are just now tuning in, welcome to the channel. So today's video, we're going to be talking about my 2022 CRF110 build. I have a bunch of parts on order right now, and I still actually need to order some of the parts because I got to order through like 10 different websites because no one has everything I want in stock. So yeah, it's a whole big issue. But nonetheless, we're still getting parts ordered and moving along with this project. But before we actually get into talking about the parts, when I'm supposed to be getting the bike and all that good stuff, consider hitting the like button on this video. It does help bring the video up to the top of the pages, so that way people can go ahead and check this out. As well as if you want to follow along with the journey, consider hitting that subscribe button, as well as clicking that bell notification, so that way you guys know when I'm posting. It does really help everything out, and let's go ahead and get talking about some of the parts that we got. Alright, for starters, a lot of the parts that was on my old bike, the last old bike, which was the DBK parts, like the shift brace, the triple clamps, and throttle tube, unfortunately I can't get those. I don't know if he's going to actually release any more or not. Hopefully he does, so that way I can pick them up, but until then, I got to order some parts. So right now we're on Faster Minis, and this is basically everything from Faster Minis that I'm going to be running. So we got the Faster Mini shift brace, very important. Every time I fall over doing wheelies and stuff, I don't want to bend my shift shaft. So after that, we got some brake rod adjusters. A lot of that's just for looks, but it does help. Like when I'm out there on the streets doing wheelies, I can't adjust my brake, so that way I'm not having to carry a, I think it's a 12 or 10 millimeter wrench or socket. We do got a PAX Racing rear sprocket that is actually going to be stock tooth, which is 38 tooth. We also are going to be running a nubs cradle as well as I did on my last one. We're going to be running a Factory Mini sprocket guard, the Factory Minis wheel spacers, and then this is what kind of was giving me a big dilemma, and I didn't know if I wanted to use the stock swing arm or the BBR swing arm. And I know I did use the BBR on my last bike, but I just didn't know if I wanted to use it on this one. I'm not 100% totally sure yet if I'm actually going to get it or not, but it is on this list. So we got the BBR swing arm as well as the BBR chain guide. Gotta have that. I'm going to be running the BBR skid plate, same as my last one. The suspension is going to be the same exact setup as my last one, which is the BBR dampening rods, 15 weight oil, as well as the BBR springs. With the seat, I'm actually going to be buying the BBR tall seat, and I actually found this on Faster Minis, the blemish one, so it's definitely cheaper, and I'm obviously going to run a different seat cover, so I'm going to go with that one. Now, a lot of people have been having problems with the BBR throttle cables and saying they snap and all this and that. My last two bikes, I ran the BBR throttle cables and I haven't had any issues, so that's probably the ones I'm going to run again. We do got a PAX Racing shift lever, because I don't really like the stock one, and I fall over a lot, so definitely need one that folds. We are also going to be running the new 2.0 Factory Minis bump start. That one looks pretty sick. So with that being said, that is all that I'm going to be getting from Faster Minis as of right now. Then we're going to be getting the ODI bars, the DBK, gotta have those are my favorite bend, from Factory Mini Bikes, as well as this Tusk tapered steering bearing kit. That is probably the biggest difference from my first one and my second one, was that steering bearing kit. That thing really did help a lot, and it made it feel like a lot more rideable and enjoyable. So we're going to be also running a Pro Circuit full-size billet throttle tube. We got new plastics. We're going to be running the Elka Stage 2 shock. Obviously you got to run that. And then we're going to run a Pro Taper 420 gold chain. And that's everything that I'm going to be getting from Factory Mini Bikes at this point in time. So with my foot peg setup, I was running the YZ style foot pegs and the kinetic bar and all that type of stuff. This time we're going to run the kinetic bar with the PAX Racing titanium foot pegs. Just because who doesn't love titanium? But I just want a little more grip, and I run those on pretty much all of my bikes is titanium foot pegs. As well as the PAX Racing CRF110 intake tube. And that's all going to be ordered off of PAX Racing's website. Now, the big question is, do I leave the motor stock or do I build the motor? Now, my last two bikes, those motors were completely stock. I did not touch them. I did not do anything. The last one, I actually just put the intake tube on it and did the tune, which helped it out quite a bit. That thing was gnarly. The thing was fast. But this one, I told myself I want to do something crazy and something different. And now Cameron Jones is actually offering a power package, which I've actually been looking at. And this is about $1,500, I believe. And what I want to run is the Stage 2 race kit. And that one, I'm still going to try to contact him this week sometime and kind of see what time frame and everything like that is. So don't hold me to actually doing that, but that is definitely a viable option. Anyways, so the time frame on this whole build is looking probably by November. This thing should be ready to go. I know when I put the down payment, they told me that they were expecting shipments of 21s and 22s somewhere mid to late September, if not October. So that's why I said give it a couple months on the whole getting the bike and starting this build. So sucks I have to wait so long, but hopefully some of the parts that I want to come back into stock, like the Pro Circuit T6 exhaust, or if you know anybody that's selling one, post them down in the comments below. I do have cash ready to go, so let me know about that in the comments. And basically that's where I stand with this whole 110 build right now at this point in time. As things start to change and things update, I will let you guys know on everything that's happening. But until then, hit that subscribe button. This build's gonna be sick. Don't miss it, and I will catch you in the next video.